Hello all, this is James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and we are here with Starcom Nexus. That's right, a new game for the channel. So lately we've been kind of, jumping into older, more fleshed out titles, if you will, like RimWorld and Car Mechanic Simulator, etc., etc. And those are a little more mainstream. And while I definitely do enjoy playing good mainstream games, I most enjoy good indie games. Because, well, good indie games, they still make games to make a good game. What do I mean by that is, most mainstream developers, most AAA developers are in it to make the bottom dollar. And so they're not going to push their passion. They're not going to push the envelope and make something controversial or try to push the envelope and make something really good. They're going to make something that's, average or above average, safe. Something that's going to make them some money, and they don't have to spend as much money to make it. They're not going to invent anything new. But yet indie games are still trying to make a game out of passion, out of making the best game that they possibly can, because it's their game, it's their legacy, it's their one shot at making something great. And that's something that's usually special about indie games, is even if an indie game isn't great, you can tell that passion was put into it. And that's where we are here. Starcom Nexus just released this December, and now it's out into the mainstream, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try. We will go with Jaames. And the vessel name, how about... Big Johnson? Any of you who are old enough to understand that reference, I think Big Johnson t-shirts have kind of lost their fad, if you will, but they used to be all the rage back in the 90s. Well, let's stick with normal for our first playthrough. The Byzantium, friendly. Press X to hail. Oh, he hailed me. Finally got command of your own ship, Jaames? I guess it's really more of a shuttle, but I myself started on a station tug. At least yours is technically a starship. Kite Station isn't the most glamorous posting in Starcom, but like I said, we all started somewhere. Yes, sir. What's my first mission? I think my assignment roster calls it a delivery, but sure, we can call it a mission if you like. Your mission is to deliver the cargo in your hold to Kite Station. I believe you got a replacement water purification system, several tons of mixed mineral resources, and a few dozen crates from an archaeological dig on Marduk Beta 2. Super interesting stuff. When you get there, see the Commodore for additional missions. We'll get the cargo there right away, sir. Better hurry. Those archaeological artifacts have been are almost 2 million years old already. Yeah, I see what you did there. Okay, so that button fires. Kite station marked on your head, sir, is the flashing icon on the lower left edge of the screen. Just fly us towards it with the WAS or D arrows to steer. What would I do without you, First Officer Williams? Let's get the Big Johnson, well, currently the Little Johnson, underway. Looks like a small asteroid field ahead. We can easily steer around them, but this might be a good time for some target practice. Nice shooting, Commander. It's nothing like Womp Rats back home in Beggar's Canyon, to be sure. Take that, Space Rocks. Looks like you didn't need the practice after all. That's odd, getting some strange reading from the sensors. Could be a solar flare. Helm control seems a bit off, too. What's going on here? Helm, turn us about! Get us out of here! Full power to engines! Shit, what's going on? No! What the hell just happened? Pardon my language, Commander. We've got damage reports coming in from all sections. Instruments are offline. Damage control teams are scrambling. Huh. Well, that was interesting. Let's get back on mission here. Scanners have picked up another Starcom signal. Looks like it's Kite Station. Maybe they know what happened. I've marked it on the HUD. Intruder! You are in Chitik-controlled space. Identify yourself immediately or be destroyed. Well, I'm James, a human representative of Starcom. We are an organization of peaceful exploration. One of our research outposts was destroyed, and here you are, an unidentified ship in our territory. Explain this. Well, we were pulled into this region by a rift in space. I think that rift also destroyed your outpost. A rift in space pulled your ship to the exact point in space occupied by our research outpost, thereby destroying it? That is incredible. Do you believe us? Our universal translator system may be having some issues with your language. Does incredible not mean credible? Not exactly. It means amazing or fantastic. I think it is telling that your language is as deceptive as its speakers. We believe you are agents of the Sarid. Disable your weapon systems and await our incredibly peaceful response. Wait, incredibly peaceful response? Why are you shooting at me? Go away. I will not engage you. We did nothing wrong. Commodore, we're coming in hot. Crazy aliens on R6. Alright, well, that's not the way I exactly wanted to handle that, but I suppose you outrank me. You can make the diplomatic repercussions to destroy the crazy alien. Station Commander. Commodore Miranda Price. You must be Jaames. When we detected a Starcom vessel, I was hoping it was Captain Lee. No offense, but the Byzantium is a warship. We had no ship stocked at the station when, well, whatever that was happened. It looks like you're the only starship we've got. Hey, the Big Johnson's a small ship, but my crew and I are ready for anything. That's the attitude I want to see. I hope for all our sakes you're right. Whatever that rift was, we're in bad shape. Speaking of the rift, what the hell was it? I have no idea. A lot of our databanks were completely fried by the event, but I'm pretty sure we never had any record of a rift in space that pulls ships into our galaxy. Into another galaxy. I seem to recall something like that happening in an episode of Star Trek Voyager. I might be wrong, though. So here's our situation. Based on our initial encounter with a race called the Chittick, we're in unfriendly territory. We're low on resources. We've lost a lot of our technical data. We're stranded in another galaxy. We've got only one starship, yours. And it's amazing! What do you need us in the amazing Big Johnson to do? First, get yourself to the shipyard. You're authorized to use any of the minerals you brought that we didn't use for repairs to make upgrades to your ship. Make sure you get a surveyor module installed because of your new task is to do a survey of the planets in this system. See if there's anything that we can use or that might pose a threat. Then report back your findings. Huh. Well, let's head to the shipyard. Lieutenant Second Class J. Chiang. Welcome to the shipyard. I'm Lieutenant Chiang, Chief Engineer. Thanks to your cargo, we can make some upgrades to your ship. The ship configuration system is pretty self-explanatory. We have a lossless material recycler, so feel free to experiment with different builds. You won't lose resources. Hey, that's good to know, Chief. To simplify ship build-out, you could start with a blueprint. Since you're going to be doing surveys, I'd suggest a light surveyor. So right now, it looks like we have an engine, a reactor, I'm assuming this is, and a gun. We only have 50 for that. We have 30 for that. Reactor uses Chirolite. Oh, that's the bridge, huh? Interesting. Alright, we'll put the survey module up here. I'd like a reactor there. There, that seems like an okay loadout. The slightly bigger Johnson. Afraid not. Not only did it fry out databanks that might have held any prior reports, a lot of our sensors were damaged, so we don't even really know what happened. Holding together, news of your discoveries are giving everyone hope, but nerves are starting to fray a bit. No surface anomalies detected. Okay, surface anomaly detected. Press X to... Now what? The source of the anomaly signal is an overgrown abandoned research lab. The upper levels of the lab have been ruined by centuries of exposure to the elements. But in an underground facility, the team finds what appears to be an intact AI core. The team's xenotechnician thinks he can either restart the core or cut out the memory banks and try to extract the data. Have him reboot the AI and see what it can tell us. Better not risk activating a hostile AI, just get the data. Yeah, let's play it safe here. Okay, we got some research points, some titanium and chrysolite. While the technician is disappointed, he won't get to talk to an artificial alien mind. From centuries ago, the data cores are a jackpot. There's a large amount of technical data that will be of enormous use to the Kite Research Lab. The team is also able to salvage some useful minerals from the equipment. Just one planet left. We have a Class R planet on the sensors. Go ahead and do a scan, please. Surface anomaly detected, sir. Great. Send it away, team. The source of the anomalous readings is a small, dense titanium sphere which contains a transmitter emitting short, regular bursts of 1420 megahertz. No other artificial objects were detected to explain the sphere's presence. How odd. We got some titanium. Okay, that's all the planets in this system. Let's head back to the station. We got enemies behind us. Again, deactivate your weapon system while we attempt to verify your claims. I don't know how to deactivate my weapon system. We lost Data! The bastards killed Data! What will we do, light years from Earth, without our android? Looks like they destroyed the other one. I've reviewed your logs from the system survey. That abandoned lab is interesting for two reasons. One, it suggests there are other civilizations in this region besides the Chittick. Maybe some of them are less hostile. And two, it seems like you found a treasure trove of research data. Which leads me to an update. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that our research lab is up and running again. And the bad news? A lot of our technical data seems to have been lost when the rift fried our systems, but Lieutenant Commander Pillman says that we can recover a lot of it using research data you discovered here. So add, make lots of scientific discoveries to your to-do list. But first, head over to the research lab and see what you can do with what you've found so far. I'm not sure if you knew this, but we were recently pulled through a rift in space that wiped out most of our databanks. As you might expect, I have my hands full. I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic, but actually, ceramic archaeology is a hobby of mine, and I asked August to send that pottery. And no, I haven't looked at it yet because I'm extremely busy. Is there anything else? Yeah, how'd you get that scar? The tissue on the right side of my face has been worn away by a litany of inane questions. Questions? Is there anything else? I suppose I'll let you get back to your research. I am Lieutenant Commander Pillman, head of the research lab, but you may call me Dr. Pillman. The data you have uncovered during your errands will allow me to recover some of our lost technologies and possibly discover new ones. The Commodore has decided that you, a ship's commander with no science background, should choose the direction of our research because you are in the field, as she puts it. Unlike the shipyard, Once we've researched a technology, those points are locked in. We can't unresearch something, so choose carefully. Personally, I'd suggest researching turbo thrusters. If nothing else, it'll let your ship get somewhere in a hurry if you need to, or get away as the case may be. But I only have 2 doctorates, so you may know better. Well, you know, I am the captain of the Big Johnson. You are just the head of a research facility on a space station. I must know something. Weapons, that's what I know. What do we got here? Decrease the spread of our plasma bolts for better accuracy. Increases the rate of fire of our plasma cannons by 0.5 shots per second. Ooh, that sounds nice. Increases the damage of each plasma bolt from 4 to 6. Increase the energy per shot from 2.75 to 3. I like the faster shooting. Improve ship's handling. Increases our ship's maximum speed when in deep space, far from celestial objects. I could care less about turbo, to be honest. Increases the thrust and energy consumption of our engines by 25%. Thrust is good, but more energy use? I don't know. I'm gonna go with plasma venting. Good job. I officially promote you to research grad student. If you have questions, you can contact me from command, but I am rather busy at the moment. Sorry to interrupt the science, sir, but Commodore Price has an update for you. When you're finished here, head to the command section. Wait, what's all this? Oh, faster repairs and better scanning range. That's interesting. But reactor output optimization, that is what we need. Our long-range scanners have detected a warp nexus in this sector. It definitely wasn't here when we arrived. I don't know whether this is part of the phenomenon we encountered earlier or the result of your activities in this system. I hope it's a way back to Starcom space, but even if it leads to another sector here in Xeno, as my crew is calling this region, I still want to know what's on the other side. What if it sends me somewhere we can't get back? Then I would be sad, because we'll have lost our only ship with engines. But also because you and your crew will be doomed to die alone in the void. Wait. No, you'd probably be doomed to die alone without us to protect you, and we'd be fine. But, you know, think of it the way you want. In case that doesn't happen, take a look around before reporting back. Your priorities are to find, help, gather resources, and learn what you can about this region. Before heading out, make sure to do any tech research or ship upgrades you might need, just in case. Good call. I was planning to do that anyway. Alright, so what can we afford here? We can afford a survey module, which we don't need. We can afford a plasma turret. Which... sure. There we go. Now we can chew through some energy fast. It's over here. No surface anomalies detected. We do not surrender, nor do we accept yours. We see little to discuss, but we wish to make amends. Your words are meaningless. Flee or be destroyed. Wait, you're a cargo vessel. How are you going to destroy me? We do not surrender, nor do we accept yours. We see little to discuss. You're an unarmed ship. Move along. I'm not firing on you. Can't start survey with hostiles near. Look, why would a unarmed cargo ship be chasing me around? Yay, research finds. No surface anomalies. What's over there? Survey in progress. A rocky plateau with unusual density readings turns out to be a disguised and apparently abandoned military fortress. Scans detect a faint energy source coming from within. Oh. Yeah, have them force their way in. We lost a crew. The hidden fortress was no longer manned, but the team's rough entrance activated a number of automated defense drones, which opened fire. The drones had apparently kept other raiders at bay. In the fortress's storerooms was a large amount of military equipment. The equipment was antiquated by our standards, but could be recycled into useful mineral resources. Very good. What's the pink thing over here? Is it another one of these warp things? Ooh, it's a big old gas giant. Scans indicate this gas giant has a core of metallic hydrogen, a phenomenon long speculated about, but never actually detected until now. 85 research funds. Something within this planet is broadcasting a powerful EM signal. We can detect no pattern, but its strength alone gives us some new data about the lower atmosphere of the gas giant. What's this crazy thing over here? Nothing like this structure in our database. Maybe one of the civilizations in this galaxy is really into abstract, minimalist sculptures. We do not surrender, nor do we accept yours. Your words are meaningless. Flee or be destroyed. Fine, we'll flee. I need to find a way to make them know I'm not hostile. Alright. Did you just see what we did to your big buddy there? Go away. Our hail has been ignored, huh? Can't survey with hostiles near. Hey, game is really forcing me into being confrontational here. The wreck of a small craft lies just below the sea surface near a cluster of rocky islands. Surface scans suggest that it has been there for some time. Among the islands, small forests, the team spot a group of quadrupeds curiously observing the leader. Huh. The wreck appears to have been breached shortly after crashing. It is in the remarkably good condition despite having apparently been flooded with seawater for what might have been centuries. The craft appears to be only outfitted for short-range travel, possibly a support vessel or a large life pod. While none of the equipment works, it does provide some useful data. 15 research points. Let's try to communicate with the quadrupeds. The lander's universal translator facilitates some basic communication. With the quadrupeds, one member, possibly a tribal elder, has a story that she feels is very important to convey. 2 blue-eyed sisters and their little brothers swam in a line in the sunset sea. The little brother kept a dark secret in green stone water. The fisherman came and tried to coax the secret from him, but learned too late that the green water must not run. They sailed away too late and wrecked their skiff off our shore, lest the green water pollute the whole ocean. When the fishermen came, we will tell them this story. The team's xenoculture expert observes that the story has figurative and grammatical aspects that do not appear in the quadruped's normal speech. See, she speculates that it may be their attempt to preserve a narrative given to them by the wreck survivors. Right, I haven't been to the orange planet, right? Have I been past this star thing? getting forced in. Damn it. I wasn't done exploring that place. We have more hostiles, huh? God dang it. Alright, let's see if we can actually make it to this planet this time. Send an away team. In a crater-scarred valley, the team finds an enormous derelict ship. Really? Whether it crashed here after a battle or landed to make repairs and never took off again is unclear. What is clear is that it is a potential treasure trove of resources too rich to ignore. Well, damn, have the team salvage the ship for resources. The outer hull is on the verge of disintegration from the centuries, or longer, of exposure to the elements, but some of the inner deck yields large quantities of valuable material. Attached to the ship's drive is a strange device, a set of 4 concentric rings encased in a translucent sphere like some kind of gyroscope. The team carefully separates the artifact from the drives for return to the ship. The artifact we found on the spaceship seems to be an interface between a ship's navigation system and something else, although I'm not sure what yet. I have an idea. Could it be for that? Nexus Gateway. Whoa, that artifact we found on the derelict spaceship just spun it up. It looks like that enormous structure is generating its own warp nexus. Let's go over there. Okay, what's happening? I just have to drive out. Am I here? Did I jump? I did. We have information, Commodore. Just read your logs on these Nexus gateways. I don't want to get my hopes up, but who or whatever constructed them had some incredible level of technology. If anything can get us home, these gateways might be the clue. Investigate any more that you find. And good job finding the artifact that activates them, by the way. Was there anything else? Yeah, we could use more crew. You got it. We have some fresh volunteers right out of training. Was there anything else? Holding together, news of your discoveries are giving everyone hope, but nerves are starting to fray a bit. Alright, let's enjoy some of these good old research points here. Ah, seems like there's more things here. Giving small bonuses to scanner range, repair rate, and energy reserves. Let's go for that. I love armor. It's just my mindset for these types of games is I like defense. In fact, the accelerated repair sounds right up my alley too. Right up my alley too. I can speak, really. wouldn't be horrible. I would prefer this. I do think I probably need better engines. Increases thrust and energy consumption of our engines by 20. Increase the thrust and energy consumption of our engines by 25%. So I'll go 25% faster, but I'll use 25% more energy. This one seems interesting. So does this one. Alright, to the shipyard. Armor costs neutronium, huh? And we don't have any of it. But we do have enough for another reactor, which I think is probably important. Does having more survey modules do anything? Allow ships to conduct surveys of planets. Doesn't seem to have any function beyond that. Current max ship size is 8. Oh, I'm already maxed out on my size? That's just terrible. Suppose we could get rid of a gun. I don't want to get rid of a gun. I want 2 reactors. I want to be able to just shoot without having my energy go away. I think we'll just have to survive with what we got here. We're gonna have to go get more research and unlock this one. If I would have known that I was going to need that, I would have gotten that just now. But alas, I did not realize that. So since we are back here at the base, I think this is a good spot to save. And put a cut in this episode. So I am James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, currently the captain of the Big Johnson, and we've been sucked into the far reaches of a distant unknown galaxy, and we are attempting to find a way to get home while being attacked by annoying insect people. Whatever are we going to do? Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content, because I'm enjoying giving you this content. This is a fun little game here. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. Smash that like button. And until next time, all, peace.